Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the weekly reset for week number 18 of Dragonflight Season 2. Week 18, holy moly. For Season 1, we literally had like 2 weeks left, but I still feel like we've got maybe 6 to 8 weeks. There's nothing confirmed yet. It's all speculation, but I'm pretty sure we got at least like 6 to 8 weeks left. We've got 3 characters to look at today, and I've got a bit of a toothache, so we're going to jump straight into it, and we're going to kick things off with the Evoker. So today for EU and yesterday for NA, it is the release day for patch 10.17. It comes with, I mean, you can see on screen, we've got some new heritage armor. We've got an awful ping system, which I'm not all about. And we have the Dream Surges, which I don't know too much about. And I honestly don't know too much about 10.17. I don't know about the class changes, if there are many. I believe there are some. We're not going to cover any of that today. I will go over my plans and everything that's happened in the last week. But we're going to kick things off by taking a look at the Evoker. And again, I will share my plans for all of my characters, but an update on the Evoker, we are currently sat at 2966 ratings. So we need 44 until we hit 3k. And honestly, we have a bunch of 21s. That would give me quite a lot of score for this week. And I think this week is the week. We're going to hit 3k on the Evoker. It's going to happen. In terms of items, I think I've got 2 slots for Mythic Plus today. I don't really know. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but it is what it is. We're going to make sure we are Org spec. We're going to open the vault. Maybe upgraded weapon, trinket. We don't have the legendary. I haven't done the raid for a couple of weeks, honestly, so I've slacked on that part. Oh, that could be nice. That's what I've got, right? Yeah. So a direct upgrade on that, which is really, really good because, I mean, it's not high on the mastery, but it's got some at least. Trinket, I am not sure of. It's every time and steal power from your future self, gaining intellect for 20 seconds, then losing intellect for 20 seconds. I honestly don't like the sound of that, and as an Orc Evoker, kind of want to keep your intellect. I mean, would it be good, like, using before you use your Ebon? I'm not sure on that. Honestly, I think I'm just going to take the upgrade on offhand because it's going to give me some main stat and mastery and haste. I'm really not, like, my trinkets are in a pretty good spot. So we'll go with the offhand, and we have a Halls of Infusion. Oh, it's going to be juicy. This week's affixes, boys and girls. It is a fortified week, so ads are going to be spicy. And Halls of Infusion for one. Incorporeal, and we also have the tank favorite Sanguine. Blood's gonna love this week. Do I have a Hall? So I have a Halls 22. We could upgrade that to, like, I've got a couple of 21s for Tyran. The Alderman. Hoping to get some rating this week. Like I say, I've got a few 21s. I could bump up to some. Honestly, the Orc could get all 23s and 24s. Maybe a couple of 25s, to be fair. All right, so we got the new offhand equipped. We're going to bump it up by 2. Pretty sure it's not going to take us anywhere, to be honest. Exactly the same as the Demon Hunter, I believe. Although the Demon Hunter's got boots I can upgrade and maybe some more gear I can shuffle. But we'll get into that. So, yeah, that's the Org Evoker. Overall, pretty decent so far. I'm not going to complain. And, yeah, 3k this week, man. 3k. It's happening. It's happening. On to the mighty Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter. You know what? I've actually enjoyed the Demon Hunter the last few days. I didn't get as much done as I wanted. I only did a couple of really good keys, mainly because, well, I have some Org Evoker friends. The Dragon Queen Kira herself in the community. She got me into a couple of groups, absolutely smashed it. I mean, just look at the damage, man. Look at the damage. Dilly did good, although don't look at the logs because it was basically Kira buffing my damage, but it's fine. We don't need to talk about that. We are currently sat at, I believe, just under 2,800 rating. Weirdly enough, this puts us in 10th position for overall havoc on Argent Dawn. I believe I need to hit, I mean, if I hit 3.1 rating on the Demon Hunter, we will cement first place. I'm not bothered about finishing first place on Argent Dawn for Demon Hunters, but I would like to hit that #1 spot once. I don't know, probably make a video on it, take a couple of screenshots, show the kids in the future. They're like, hey, Dad made it. But yeah, I believe I missed 1 dungeon. I did 7 this week. Had an awful week pugging. I didn't upgrade my boots, which is awful. So I've been looking into the Demon Hunter a lot. There is a couple of things I need, and there is a new build that I didn't realize. The current Frogglaive build is still very viable, but there is, I mean, if I want to min-max, I should be using a different build, which goes a slightly different direction, but my stats aren't the worst for it. So basically I go for, instead of crit and mastery that I go for the Frogglaive, we go for crit and verse. But honestly, I think my gear is good enough for it anyway. And, well, how much verse have I got at the minute? 9%. Okay, that's not great. So I'm going to have to... all of the gear that I've been saving and you guys have been moaning at me, I might have some verse in there. So screw you guys. But yes, I am going to push this week. And if there is anyone available in the evenings, actually, maybe some meta classes that can get me into some keys. I'm looking to do some 22s, 23s, and honestly, anything above that I can get into and get some rating. I absolutely want to smash it on the Demon Hunter. And we're going to talk about all three of the specs that I'm currently playing and my goals after the vaults. But I'm going to jump into this because I've been waffling on for far too long. I'm going to make sure I am in Havoc because we really don't care about Vengeance. I think, honestly, like, trinkets are not going to be replaced anyway, but... Leggies, looks like it's a gem day. 2 lots of legs. Oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, Haste and Verse, Haste and Mastery ends up being tier. I think the legs we keep, regardless of the build we play anyway, infused with the power of decay. Again, I mean, it's crit and verse, which I don't think I choose those, but it is BIS stats for the other spec that I was talking about. So I think we take gems, which I'm not actually bothered about because we need to start racking up the gems. I've got 6 in my bag, so that's 10, and we need to start actually taking some gems. I do get a 22 for this week, which is really, really nice. I tried pushing my own key last week. 21 very quickly turned into a 19. That was great. But then Kira came to my rescue, so I'm hoping maybe tonight some people join me. Neltharian's Lair, pretty decent key, especially on a fortified week. Well, I mean, pelters, but the bosses, at least, are very, very forgiving. All right, so we don't go anywhere on the Demon Hunter, no upgrades, but I mean, at this point, there isn't really too much. The Demon Hunter's in a pretty decent spot. There's maybe only like the neck, the belt I've got. Perhaps I should consider a Spore Cloak for the higher keys, and then the chest is the last hero piece, actually. That's really, really good. But yeah, 444.88, exactly the same as the Evoker. All right, now this guy I'm incredibly nervous about. I've done a lot on the Paladin this week in terms of like research and looking for that min-maxi. There were a few things rotational wise and gear that I looked into. I did a lot of simming, put myself into different scenarios, trinkets, sort of experimenting with a couple that seem to sim really well for single target, which is the Mark of Dargol and the Sandglass. I'm not sure about the Sandglass. I feel like that could be a sim bait, but I'm not entirely sure. The other trinkets that I'm using for AoE, which I will probably be using this week because it's fortified. If I switch over there, we have the Chromatic Essence, which I think I've come away from haste because my haste is in a really good spot as it is. I don't feel like I need to go for more haste. And then we have the Neltharian's Call to Chaos. So those are the 2 choices. I would really like a new weapon today. If not, well, the reason why I'm nervous about this guy today is because I did 3 mythic bosses in the raid. So I could potentially have an anvil. The only problem with that is I have shortened the chances of beacon. But I think, looking at it, I think beacon would be good for some really niche situations. To maybe take the Brackenhide last boss, the Totem, for example, would be really, really good for like a high key because I lack the single target damage as it is. So that could be really good for Tyran weeks. The anvil, people keep telling me it's a pain in the ass to work around. Of course, yeah, by the sounds of it, it is. I've never used it, but I really want it. It's really good for me. I feel like I could get used to it. It's going to take a while. But those are the 2 items. So a weapon, trinket. This week, I should have enough, actually, for my blacksmithing to go and recraft the legs and the waist. And then I'm probably, I'm probably going to have to craft a weapon, let's be honest. So yeah, that's where the Paladin is. Going to make sure we are at ret spec. Because Did some raid bosses last week. I was holy and the Ashkanda dropped and I couldn't roll for it. That's a dilly. So let's do this. We're gonna open. Very, very nervous. Oh, you know what? This puts me in a bit of a weird spot as well. This is actually a pretty good vault. It's obviously not the best. We're not going to take these two. But a myth, grapnel, that could be the one, you know. But the ring is very, very good. The ring is very, very good. We are lacking that little bit of verse. I've been changing some of my gems to go into like crit and verse away from haste because we've got too much haste at this point. Haste is in like the perfect spot, to be honest. Legs we don't take because we got crafted. I don't think we ever swap those. We've got myth hands already, so we don't need to worry about that. It's honestly out of the ring and the trinket. And you know what? Blood left during the raid. He said, oh, you've actually got a good chance to get this trinket. And I said, yeah, because I want the anvil, I'm going to get this. I knew I was going to get this. So we're going to open up SimC. We're going to copy our stats here. And hopefully Raidbots tells us something interesting because, well, we're lacking trinkets, so I'm hoping this one's an upgrade. All right, so overall, I have simmed both items, the trinket and the ring. I haven't done them at max level because I honestly don't know how you do that, but an estimated, I think the ring gives me about a 4% increase and the trinket gives me about 5. Obviously, these aren't maxed out, and by the sims, it is dropping the socket as well. It has to come with a socket because, I mean, although I'm upgrading, I'd be losing out on the gem slot. So I think the socket is a must. It doesn't have main stats, so it's less important. My only problem with the trinket is the first 3 bosses on Mythic are actually really easy, and I feel like I could actually win this in raid because I don't think too many people go for it. Whereas rings, I'd see are harder to come by, at least in my case anyway. Like, the way I'm looking at this, right, I can get the trinket every week. Like, there's a chance I will get it every week. Rings don't come around all the time, like myth rings anyway. So, although it's not a direct DPS increase now, I'm thinking, like, for the next few weeks, perhaps. That's my thought process, and I think that's what I'm going to go with. Feel free to disagree down in the comments below, but I think we go with the ring on this one. Oh, I just can't press the button. I can't bring myself to do it. I want both. Yeah, I feel like this one could be a mistake, but I think my thought process and the fact that I can actually potentially get this every week if I do 3 mythic bosses, I think this is the right call. Oh, we get a big fat juicy 24. I'm so excited. What's the 24? What's the 24? Oh, Nel Forest as well. Nel Forest. I think. Wait. Oh, I've done a Brackenhide 24. Oh, Nel Forest 24. And I have a 20. Oh, that's going to give me a lot of rating. I really think we can do this, especially with the team. All right, I'm not sure this ring's going to take us anywhere, but we have it fully enchanted and gemmed. And with the new ring equipped, oh, exactly 444. So all 3 of my characters are now 444. Nice. Very happy. I am probably, in fact, yeah, I should have the skill this week to go and upgrade these 2, and I am probably going to go and get a crafted weapon sorted because 441 is not good enough, guys. It's not good enough. Well, I wanted this one to be quick because I got a very bad toothache, but apparently the ADHD meds have kicked in and I'm just waffling a load of rubbish. So, there are 4 things we want to talk about today, and we're going to start with the 0 to KSM for Season 3. Or will it be KSH? So, by the time you're watching this, there should be a new vote on the Discord open to both Patreons and Twitch subs, where you can vote for what I play in Season 3. It is either going to be a melee or a ranged. You guys are welcome to vote. And obviously, whichever one doesn't get chosen will be locked in for Season 4. So if you choose ranged for Season 3, for Season 4, we will play melee. The following week, I will close that, probably next Wednesday, and I will announce that on the weekly reset as well. And then we will look at what spec you would like me to play as well. The reason I am doing it to Patreons and Twitch subs, I don't like that it's behind a paywall, and I apologize, but we had a lot of members on the Discord make multiple accounts and rig the system, so I've been trying to think of like a verified way to get around it, and unfortunately it is what it is. This is what the mods have suggested. I think they share the same reasoning as me. All right, you have to be a Twitch sub or a Patreon to do it, but yeah. So if you want to vote for what I play for season 3 for the challenge, jump on the Discord. Obviously, if you are a Twitch sub and a Patreon, and then next week we'll do the spec. But I just wanted to mention, if it is melee DPS, because I am a melee main, KSM's not going to be good enough. So I will be going to KSH. But obviously, same rules apply for season 4. So if I play melee in season 4, well, then I'm probably going to go that little bit harder. Goals for this week and the rest of the season. My goals have somewhat changed over the last couple of months. I set out to get 3k on the Demon Hunter. I kind of took a step back because of the meta and I wasn't enjoying it. This week, I've actually enjoyed the Demon Hunter. And I think that's down to the weak auras. I went back to Luxfos's weak auras, obviously with the new UI, which you guys can get for yourself, free of course, on the Discord. So maybe another reason to consider joining the Discord. I did a couple of keys with Kira, as I mentioned the other day. Absolutely smashed the damage. Really enjoyed it. I felt comfortable. I even did a VP. Of course, died to the first boss, but not through dashing around like an idiot, like Momentum does, you know? I was looking around because the group were quite bad, looking at the ads on the first boss to stop their cast and interrupt them. So I was doing that, and an orb hit me, and I died. So yeah, I didn't die to Demon Hunter things, but that happened. I mentioned last week that I want to get rank 1 Demon Hunter on Argent Dawn. It's not that difficult for the people I play with. Obviously, I'm going to need some meta classes to get me into groups or run my own key. I haven't got the patience to sit here and grind my own keys, so I have got some wonderful friends, some wonderful members of the community that have come forward and said they would like to help. Thank you for that. And if there is anyone, you're more than welcome to offer me some big fat juicy keys, which tomorrow's stream, so those that join for the raids on Thursday, unfortunately, we haven't got the leadership available, and I don't want to ask anyone else. So I'm going to call that for this week, though. If anyone's interested for the Friday hangout, I'm going to open it to everyone, and we can put together the raid, and I'll obviously be on Discord with you guys as well. So if that's something you're interested in, around 9 o'clock server time on Friday, I will be on the Discord, and we'll get a heroic raid going. So that will be open to everyone, not Twitch subs or anything like that. But I think after the raid's done, I'll probably jump on to the champions chat for the Twitch subs and Patreons. So Havoc, rank 1 for Argent Dawn. I think it's very possible. I would love to hit it. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to stay rank 1 for the rest of the season, but if I can just hit it once and say that I've done it, massive achievement for me personally. To be honest, like all of the really good Havoc Demon Hunters that I'd never surpass, they're playing other specs right now, so you know, it's there for the taking. But I know a couple of you guys on Argent Dawn watch my videos, so Wes, maybe Rhino, I'm not sure she watches my videos. They're very good Demon Hunters, by the way. And Chris, that usually plays Vengeance, but it's also a very good Havoc. If you guys want to challenge me for rank 1, let's do this. For Org Evoker, I think, as mentioned, if the team kind of hit that stumbling block where we just can't go like with the current spec, because we did it as a test. Thank the guys very much. Like, it was always the plan to play the Ret Paladin. Tyrannical, I think we've experienced that. I kind of letting the team down for single target. That's not my own fault. I'm performing, in my opinion, very well on the Ret, and it offers a lot. I love it. It's comfortable, but single target is just, yeah. So I think if the guys wouldn't mind, I don't know, perhaps helping me on those off days where we're not playing with the team, maybe get to 3k on the Ret Paladin, then I think I would be more inclined to play the Evoker. I think like playing with the team, because I wasn't able to play a melee DPS like any other day. I was literally only like pushing keys with the team. I think that was probably the one of the contributing factors as to why I wanted to come away from the org. But I think I'm more open to playing it for the higher keys if I can get that extra bit of rating on the other guys. I really want the team to do well. I want them to push higher. A couple of them are going for some really high ranking classes on their server and for EU. But yeah, the guys are really good, and I want to see them go further. And if I'm holding them back, then I'll be that team player. So yeah, 3k on all of them. Very possible. Rank 1 on Demon Hunter. Those are the 4 goals that I've got, and we're going to achieve them. And the last thing I wanted to mention is obviously an update on the ADHD meds, and there isn't really much of an update. I've got the same symptoms, dry mouth, suppressed hunger, which is really, really good, and I think I'm doing a good job maintaining that, just eating very little but enough so I don't feel sick. In fact, I haven't felt the sicky feeling for a while, so that's actually been a big improvement. Focus, I think, lasts a little bit better. I can stay switched on and focused. I've actually seen a big improvement in keys, actually. I don't know if that's like repetition because I've been playing a bit more. It could be the meds, could be a combination. Yeah, still making a lot of mistakes, but overall, happy. Just wish they'd last a little longer, you know? I think on the 30s, they were wearing off around 2 o'clock. These are wearing off around like 3 o'clock. I think the first couple of days on the 50s was about 4. Now it's coming down. I'm on the last week of the 50s now, so this is the last week, and I'm hoping they send me out. I don't know, maybe the 60s, maybe the 70s. I guess it depends on how they feel and my feedback. But of course, I will let you guys know next week, because next week I will either be on the same or a higher dose. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think that's enough rambling. My tooth really hurts. I need to get this video out and obviously open up the poll for you guys so you can vote. If, of course, you are not a Twitch sub or a Patreon and you're unable to vote, let me know what you guys would like to see me play in the comments below. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, a like would be much appreciated. But that's me done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.